Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Texas Longhorns. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So
damn, I forgot LSU don't wear purple or gold at their house, at home.
A bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the ball, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important.
All right, boys, first and 10.
Get him going early and often.
Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle.
Oh, come on. Where y'all boys at, bro?
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this.
3? How we get 3? Somebody beat somebody.
Reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode.
Just plowing down the field. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Come on, man.
It's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catch.
Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone.
KC?
It's so nice
You chose.
to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays.
Come on.
We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the
Bro,
defense,
what?
You're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin.
Yep. I didn't really like to do nothing, but okay.
Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. We still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB.
Damn, Kentucky lost.
It's a draw.
Oh, my God. Can you stop, bro?
Nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, you know, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's the offense with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the stakes.
Bro, oh my God.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Okay, come on.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down.
Why does it take you this long to...
Couldn't deliver the football to Tim, and waited 4th down's coming. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He tries to take the top off, and he makes the catch inside the 10.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I wasn't expecting that, bro.
Even have a chance to break after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming up.
He pushes
Oh my
his way
God.
down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting...
Why is everybody going straight, bro? Do your route. Phew.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Leaves it with the back. And the ball squirted out. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. They've got it again on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Running it in the red zone.
It's not letting me control the person I want to control, bro. Come on. Bro, like, first, thank you.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You got him in 3rd and long. You know it's a pass. No, it's not until it isn't. They run the football. They get you, get a first down. Frustration. Got to move on to the next play.
Get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. The give.
And it's like, bro, I'm not. Okay.
Get him down at the 2. They'd love trying to power it in. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Do we have to kick the field goal every fucking time, bro? Thank you.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left.
What?
The official says no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little conservative, but
There's no way he.
put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse, move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Safe completion on the screen. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous this
Bro.
LSU right back to the line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense...
Your QB suck, man.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. And you're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
29 Philly. It'll be a draw. Ran through the contact. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers went for it. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure.
It's like this dude can't throw the ball.
On the same page here.
Might as well keep the 43 yard.
To try to go for the field goal here. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards
Oh my
away.
God! 3, 2, 1. We got it. Whoa!
It's good.
Whoa!
That lead grows even bigger.
Well, he either didn't get all of it, or he's the most accurate kicker in college football because he hit the crossbar and still it somehow went in. Great trick shot from 40 plus.
So after putting 3 on the
Shit,
board,
no one's gonna hit
the
the
kickoff team is out there
crossbar.
ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BOII Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
You don't try to cheat for this team, bro.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose the yard.
That's what EA does.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move.
They got that shit from the freaking Chiefs, bro.
Thank God you don't play this defense every weekend. Let's continue to work here and find something we do
Like,
and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27.
Like, you constantly running the ball, bro. It's not gonna work.
A loss of 3. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here comes the Texas offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He got a hand in there, knocks it away.
Why do y'all stop putting hands on him like you acting, bro? Just okay.
Some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage, they're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Got it on the outside of Baxter. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And they can't.
How, bro?
But hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
What?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
I just threw the ball out the bounds. What is that? How is that a flag? I don't understand. How is that a flag? What?
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Going to the ground. Makes one man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I don't get it, bro. How is that a flag? And they just throw the ball away so I won't get sacked. Like, what?
Quick strike complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I don't get it.
He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Plows through the defense. And
Bro, it's like...
coming up with positive yardage there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's right on target.
Fumble. Oh my God!
Stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the
You know
line.
what, bro?
Trying to find his man on first down.
Thank you.
Nowhere to go in the
Oh
middle.
my.
He's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, wants to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was...
Oh, this dude here, bro.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down.
Come on, fight back.
Pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the ground game. The Longhorns get enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense
I gotta use my timeout.
Any more left this half.
Oh, so you gotta play it out, bro.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that.
Oh my God. This game's scaring me.
He stepped out of bounds after a huge play. On just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
What is... okay, I guess.
They'll throw it on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. False start, offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away.
I should nil it. I should have just nil it, bro.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Maybe some...
Oh my God, bro.
Bounce and they'll retain possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Pulls and throws on the RPO. Ball is loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be third and short from
Come on, bro.
33. To the ground to try to move the chain.
Oh, excuse me.
Tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Looking down the middle. Got his man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Quickly out to the tight end. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he
just flying.
Come on, man.
Like a superhero to make the grab. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
He'll just keep slinging it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the freshman will chalk
You can't do nothing, bro. Come on.
Frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
When you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback.
This game finna piss me off, chat. Oh my God.
Looking to throw. Coming after it. Floating away. Buys a little time. Gets away. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. It's Ewers. Now improvising.
Why are you so slow?
And the defense is reeling.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it. Get what you can get. And
touchdown, Longhorns!
Oh my God, bro.
That scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
2nd down coming up. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
But that's not a flag.
He released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
He can throw it away, but when I throw it away, I got a flag. Come on now.
They go back up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Turner. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Okay, ready? Guys, it is Texas who holds.
Bro.
Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Taylor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a...
Ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield. It's Ewers. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
Can anyone catch him? And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. LSU quick to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Oh, he dropped it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The give as they work on that clock. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in win.
The end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a
oh my God, bro. There's no way.
Safety, he does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Charlotte is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up by 27 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, Texas! What a grab and go for the score. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
On to attempt the try. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. LSU right back to the line.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Tight end getting vertical. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football.
Touchdown. Oh, bro.
They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense?
Okay.
One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ingram. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
Man, this game here, bro. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Going against these tough teams is...
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football
Let's go,
game.
Quinn. Look at the passing yards. 307 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 58.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that.
That was the
right from
only
get-go in this game. Offense
pass
able to
they had the
manipulate
entire
ball
game.
down the field.
Good pass,
Defense
good
was not
touchdown,
giving
but not enough to
anything
win the
up.
game.
What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer, David.
Yeah, I'm finna get off, bro, and reduce my energy, bro. This shit is annoying, bro. Yo. Senor. Who won? I just... Oregon lost. Bama. They stayed. And we're second. But what can we do to beat Bama? And they are the #1 team in the nation. They gonna cheat against us. All right. I'm finna get off and reduce my energy, bro. And yeah. Make sure y'all hit the sub button, like, comment, and I'll